Now, before I get started, did you guys know that the government has been selling the Bitcoin that they seized since the Silk Road? And also, I'm going to talk about, the people that Elon Musk is following, how it's connected to Dogelon Mars. But first off, Chris of Crypto.com, which also follows Dogelon Mars, says, proud and excited to be working with Samsung to drive global crypto adoption together. As you see down there, Crypto.com, we've collaborated with Samsung to empower Web3 communities with the best smartphone experience in the market. So as you guys see right there, that's what they're doing. Family, Dogelon Mars is the key to everything that's going on around the world. And most people don't believe that or understand. I have a Tech 3, not a Tech 3, but a Web 3 company I want to speak to you guys about, Gen Z. And we'll get to that later down in the video. But with the U.S. government sold 216 million of seized Silk Road Bitcoin this month. This was in March. This is why you are seeing the fall in the prices. Most people thought, oh, crypto's falling back down. It was a fake pump and dump. No, the government is controlling the prices because once they sell a whole bunch of Bitcoin, they manipulate the market. So the government sold 9,861.17 Bitcoins for almost $216 million in March 4th. So this is what happened. This is why the prices of Dogelon and all the other digital assets has fell. That's the only reason. It's not because, oh, it was a pump and dump, this and this. No, the government pumped and dumped. They held, they sold, and they're going to keep on doing it for the remainder of years because they don't want people like you and me to become wealthy. But once they do sell all their holdings, it will be, bullish. But the government's too smart and that's how they play it. But we have to take advantage of what's going on and have a bigger state of mind, knowing that okay, these assets was about to eat some zeros. These assets were about to hit $1. These assets were about to hit $10. So what I have been doing is just accumulating. Most people are depressed, laying in bed looking at the price right now, 27, 26, and not really understanding that the government has a major control over the market. Okay. Now, what I wanted to show you guys here, Peter H. Damanis, okay? XRP, no, I'm about to say XRP, but shout out to XRP. But Elon Musk follows this guy here. And you guys remember some tweets. You see, Elon Musk is not going to confirm it. He spoke about, oh, well, why does people need to live longer than 90 and so on, trying to cause a little craze. But he follows this gentleman here. He is working to extend human health span, which means to live longer. Okay? Now, most people think, like, well, what does that have to do with Elon Musk and Dogelon Mars? Like what I try to tell you guys, Elon Musk has connections of who follows who, and mainly the people who he follows Dogelon Mars. Okay? Now, this is what he does. Now, with Peter, he also follows Vita Dow, which you guys know that we are connected with Vita Dow with Dogelon Mars. Vita Dow is a community-owned collective funded early-stage longevity research family. You got to put two and two together. Now, also, what I also seen that he is following is Astra. Okay, our mission: improve life on Earth from space. Now, all our digital assets that we hold, family, we cannot feel like Dogelon Mars is not going to take us where we are needed to be at. Now, I was looking. I had missed this tweet the other day, and most people are still not like really seeing. Saudi Arabians are really connected with Dogelon. Also, you have to understand this, man. Elon Musk is a very influential man, very influential, and it's not just Americans he speak to. He speak to everybody. He also have relationships with people overseas. So you have to understand, like this, it's bigger than what you think it is, and that's why I know Dogelon is going to rise and it will eat up these zeros. Now, as you guys see here, this is NASA, April 24th. Under Artemis, NASA will land the first woman and the first person of color on NASA moon in preparation for missions to NASA Mars. Again, we are connected with NASA. Deep space food challenge. Come on, family. I'm giving you guys all the clues there. Like, you guys should be able to put one on one together, man. This is what's happening. This is what's happening at these stages. So when you see these markets down and you're like, oh my God, I invested $10,000 2 years ago. Now I'm only looking at $1,000 in my portfolio. I understand, but you have to understand this too. You're playing the game to become wealthy. So you're going to have to keep on playing the game and just sit and wait. That's how I look at it, because there's people out there who has a lot more money than you, and they risk spending 100 grand, 200 grand on different digital assets, and they're letting it sit. Most people held their assets for 10 years. So when you're thinking about giving up, think about the people who spent more money than you, and and they're still holding. And you can't say, oh, because they got more money. No, it's in the same position. They took out a loan, and now they're in debt because of this. So you get what I'm saying? Everything is a financial gain. So why I do this is a financial gain for holding Dogelon Mars, because I know this asset will bring us wealth, and not just that, longevity. It will be the first mission when we go to Mars, fam. But the most excitement is when you see Elon talking about Dogelon Mars. That's the real excitement. Once again, thank you guys for watching this video. If you're not subscribed, subscribe to the